So I am currently teaching apparel and graphic design. So Chris and I are making t-shirts. And Chris is the mastermind of the t-shirt process. But I'm kind of taking the design piece. And when you think about logos and t-shirts that are really popular, all of them have a geometric component to it. And so they follow geometric transformations. So the students, they designed a logo and then we're revising it and improving it based off of geometry principles.
We learned how to use a t-shirt press and how to make the screens for the t-shirt press, how to put emulsion on and evenly distribute the paint, how to set up the t-shirt press and make sure everything's level. So what you got to do first is you get a screen, you cover it in this substance called emulsion, and emulsion's reactive to UV light, so it'll harden when it's under light. So what you do is you put a black screen over it with the design that you'd like, and you put it under a UV light, and all of the stuff around that's not under the black portion hardens, and you just spray out the emulsion that's not hard. And then you mount it onto a t-shirt press and load up the screen with ink. You just press the ink through onto the shirt. It's pretty simple. And then you dry it. Gotta run it through the dryer.
Yeah, so the first day they all designed a t-shirt. Like as William Smith, we don't really have cool gear. And so our goal is to make something, especially with all of the next year's freshmen. They'll be coming on next Tuesday night. And so we wanted to get something that they can come here, they can purchase it and be proud to be coming to William Smith next year. So that's our driving motivator. And then with that, so they designed their first shirt, and then with that we looked at how can we improve this design. And instead of just saying, okay, revise, because that's so open-ended and really hard to do, we learned first about like how do you translate something, how do you reflect something, how do you rotate something, and there are mathematical principles to how you do that on a coordinate grid. I love it because I don't know much of the t-shirt process that Chris is teaching, so it's really cool that we get to really pair together in a really easy, logical way, but I'm learning from him and he's learning from me.
Design and apparel class was kind of an idea that I had based on the ELOs we did last year, where the school decided that for the freshman hour at the ELO at the end of the day, that we could teach people how to screen print shirts. And so last year it actually wasn't a class; it was just the ELO, and then we had a club that met. And this year, for the first time, we've actually been able to do a club where we have people come in on Fridays and add in an official class where, like, that's what people do for 2 hours a day is we design and make shirts. I think it's because of my idea. I've made shirts in the past using different kinds of techniques, vinyl and other stuff, and so last year during the ELOs they said, what would be fun to teach? What do you think the kids would enjoy? And I said, well, I like making shirts. Do you think they'd make shirts? And so when we started talking about it with Dave and Kristen, they liked the idea, and so we went with it, and it's blown up since then. It's going crazy. I love it. Yeah, I do love making shirts. It's been a hobby of mine for years and years. Kids love it, actually. Some of them really like, it's funny, some of them really like making screens. Some of them really like the actual cleaning of the screens. I have people who come in every day and want to clean screens. There's something very satisfying about cleaning out a screen, I guess. Some people really like the design. I have some people who would rather just design. And I think that's how a t-shirt company probably would do the best work, is if you had people who like to do different things.